Hello guys, this is Salem from Dare to Watch. Dare to Watch, that's my channel. Today we're gonna talk about dimmer switch, dimmer switch, dimmer switch, such dimmer switch. This is the right dimmer switch, and here we have the left dimmer switch, mostly which are found in Haugens or CGs 125 and Haugens -A. Let's look at the right switch, which it has the on and off switch buttons. Here it's the killer switch, and here it's the on switch. Whenever you're starting a motorbike, first you must make sure that your killer switch is at the bottom place for the bike to set, or else it's only gonna crank but it's not gonna start. This switch should be at the bottom. When we move to the second switch, we have the light switch. You can see the light switch has three different parts, which the first part it's off, the second it's a parking lights, and the third part is that of the lights bulb for the lights bulb, which is for the dim and the full lights, depending on what kind of light you want for your bike. When you press the upper, it's the full light. When you press the lower, it's the dim light. Back again to my right switch, and here we have the starter switch. For the bike to start, you're gonna have to click this for it to crank, and for it to start. Secondly, you're gonna have to look at the wires of the right switch. The wires of the right switch, we've got different types of wires, and they're almost like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We start with the black wire. The black wire, it simply brings power into the switch. The switch cannot work unless the black wire brings in the current from the ignition to the switch, the black switch. Then we move to the red and yellow wire. The red and yellow wire is responsible for the starting, switch. Here the yellow and the red wire is responsible for the starting switch. And then we move to the brown and white. It's simply for the parking lights, whereby your switch will be in the middle for it to function. Then we move into the green and yellow wire. That's a brake light switch, and here you have the exact wire whereby it enters into the lever, and once you press the lever, your brake lights will simply be on in the rear lights of your bike. Okay? Then we have the white and black switch represent the killer switch. The white and black wire represent the killer switch, which is on top of here. For your killer switch to function, the white and black wire should be passing currents. Then we go to the brown wire, and our brown wire, it simply represents the parking lights, which I told you it's simply in the middle of the switch right here. Off, parking lights, then the light for the bulb. Okay, in the middle switch is represented by the brown wire, I guess. And then we have finally the green wire. The green wire is mostly for the ground. Whereby a switch cannot function unless it has a green wire in it. The green wire are fully connected into all these switches in order for the switch to function. And we have the yellow wire. The yellow wire simply brings in current into the switch, and the switch, once you put the lights on, the current moves into the left switch. The left switch, since it has some power, goes to the full and dim. Without this, there's no, without the light, without this wire, there's no lighting up. There's no lighting up any light unless you have this wire that connects the right and the left switch for the light to work. Then we go to the left switch. On our left switch, we're gonna have, we start with our flashlights. Whenever someone is on your way, you give him some flashes, he's gonna excuse you out of the way. Then from there we have our second switch, which is the full and the dim light switch. Full and the dim, followed by the indicators, which have the right side indicator and the left side indicator. From there we move into a horn, pop up. You know, this is the pip pip switch. Okay, there it is, the horn. And when you move to the bottom side, you have the hazard switch, which enables all your indicators to be on, the 4 indicators, the front and the back. At the bottom we have our hazard switch. When you put on the hazard switch, all the indicators are gonna be on, the front and the back indicators. All the 4 indicators are gonna be on. And okay, we have our this thing whereby the choke wire comes inside here, and once you put it down, the motorbike it enables the bike to start in an easy way. Especially in the morning, this kind of wire, it's mostly used in the morning hours when the bike is cold and need a quick start. Okay guys, okay, when we move into the wires, we have the white wire here. The white wire here simply represents the dim switch. We have the full and the dim. The dim switch is represented by the white, and when we talk of the full is represented by the blue wire. The blue wire is for the full, and the white wire is for the dim lights. Okay, and you have to go to our indicators, the right indicator and the left indicators. For the left indicator, it is represented by the orange wire. The orange wire represents the left indicators, and we have the right indicator. The right indicator is represented by the blue lights wire. The blue light wire is for the right indicator. Then we have the gray wire. The gray wire, it's responsible for lighting up the indicators. First of all, for any indicator to work, the gray wire simply borrow the charges from the flasher, brings into the switch for the orange on the light blue wire in order for it to work. Without the gray wire, we don't have any indicators. For the indicators to work, the gray wire must have power. Then we have our green wire, which represents the ground. As I first told you, no switch can work without the ground wire. Okay guys, then we go to our green and red wire. The green and red wire, it is responsible for the bike starting up on a gear. Your bike can be on the first, the second gear or the third gear, and simply goes off. In order for the bike to start when it's in a gear, you gotta have this wire connected, the red and the green wire, which you can also find here. On this part, it enters into the lever. Once you hold inside your lever, so by the bike can start on a gear. And that's it. Thanks for watching guys. Gonna come up with more lessons on the wires and the motorbike wirings. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.